RHOA cast reveals spicy Grenada trip unseen moments. Grenada was known as the Isle of Spice long before the Real Housewives of Atlanta cast arrived, but some unseen moments from the cast trip certainly gave new meaning to the nickname. Naturally, the ladies had way more than luggage to unpack on the Real Housewives of Atlanta after show for season 16, episode 15, as they spilled all the behind-the-scenes tea from their time on the Caribbean island. Kelly Farrell, for one, was quick to bring up the day. She planned a cooking class for half of the women, including Angela Oakley and Drew Sidora, while her trip co-host, Shamia Morton, took Portia Williams, Phaedra Parks, and Cynthia Bailey to play in a waterfall. I can say, Angela, baby, she was turned on by them chefs, Kelly joked in the above RHOA after-show clip. Not everything about the culinary experience was quite so's. XI though, Drew was looking for her motherfucking bug spray, bitch, the whole time, Kelly added. I was like, Drew, goddamn, she was under attack. As Shamia shot back, not you looking for bug spray when you're the bug. The RHOA cast dishes on Grenada's prime minister. Later the same day, the group reunited for a dinner that included Grenada's prime minister, the Honorable Dickon Mitchell, joining them for a quick drink. It was so nice to meet the prime minister of Grenada, Shamia said, prompting Kelly, who had lusted after the politician in the episode, to chime in. He was so fine. As Shamia pointed out, she'd actually wanted to hook Kelly up with him. Though Kelly thought her friend was trying to hook Portia up, instead, she still took a moment to stare directly into the camera and playfully remind the Prime Minister she's still available if he's interested in dating. Separately on the after show, Angela opined that Kelly would match well with the Prime Minister, elaborating, he's very attractive, you know, very intelligent, and I just feel like he could shush Kelly a little bit, because he's so calm. Adding her 2 cents that he could lay down that law, Drew noted that the Prime Minister had a swag about him, before agreeing that he and Kelly would complement each other nicely. And the way she was looking at him, I was like, is something happening here? She joked. Inside more unseen, Housewives Gone Wild Grenada moments. At the top of RHOA's June 15 episode, the women revealed even more, mostly, unseen moments from one of the Grenada trip's final nights, which Kelly dubbed Housewives Gone Wild. As brief clips rolled showing the women raucously enjoying some late-night poolside debauchery, Cynthia described something different was in the air, while Drew credited a lot of tequila for their fun time. I mean, someone's probably pregnant, Phaedra quipped in a confessional. I might got Cynthia pregnant, for all I know, Cynthia might have got me pregnant. During a debrief with Angela over breakfast the next morning, Drew added, I feel like that was, like, what I was waiting for this whole trip. That was kind of the first time it felt like a vacation, where it was just like we were all laughing, having an amazing time, drinking, turning up, everybody was twerking. Later, she further opened up to Shamia, aka the Shadow Clock champion, and Kelly about how she would love if they could keep that energy and that sisterhood going back in the ATL, even suggesting they make a pact to just not fight anymore. Portia, for her part, referred to the Grenadian getaway's healing aspect. I came here, and I'm not gonna lie, my heart was heavy, I had a lot going on, she shared in a confessional. The waterfall helped it, Jab Jab helped it, bonding with these girls. All of it has just been exactly what the doctor ordered. Finally, Kelly, who'd set the trip's reset, renew, and rebirth intentions, offered, I'm just truly grateful for Grenada, and I feel like this was the rebirth that we all needed. We were able to finally connect on so many other levels, and really just, relax and reset and renew. I pray that when we get back to Atlanta that we can continue this sisterhood. The Real Housewives of Atlanta, spicy in Grenada. Grenada was used to heat, both from the sun and the spices that filled its markets and kitchens. But nothing could have prepared the Isle of Spice for the spicy storm that blew in from Atlanta. When the cast of The Real Housewives of Atlanta touched down on the lush Caribbean island for Season 16, Episode 15, the tropical breeze carried more than just the scent of nutmeg and cinnamon. It carried secrets, shade, laughter, lust, and healing, and the cameras didn't even catch it all. Now, in an exclusive after show that pulled back the curtain, the ladies were finally ready to spill all the tea. Because what happens in Grenada? Well, honey, it never stays in Grenada. Cooking Yippee Heat. Kelly Farrell, always the hostess with the most S, had a vision. To reconnect the group with culture, with flavor, with something sensual. So she booked a private cooking class for half of the crew. Angela Oakley and Drew Sidora joined her, at least physically. Mentally, Angela was somewhere else entirely. Angela, baby, she was turned on by them chefs. Kelly cackled in the after show, nearly choking on her wine. I thought she was about to propose to one of them. Angela didn't deny it. Listen, that one sous chef with the deep voice and the wrist action on that stew? Baby, I was ready to risk it all for a Grenadian green card. Meanwhile, Drew was not vibing the same way. I spent more time looking for my bug spray than chopping onions, she complained. Mosquitoes in Grenada don't play. Kelly had zero sympathy. Girl, you was the bug. You was buzzing around complaining the whole damn time. But even Drew had to admit, the food? Next level. The energy? Charged. The flirting? Off the charts. Waterfalls and wedges. While the amateur chefs were chopping it up in the kitchen, Shamia Morton led Portia Williams, Phaedra Parks, and Cynthia Bailey to Grenada's iconic Annandale waterfall. Portia arrived in a full-length cover-up, sunglasses the size of her face, and a wig that would not survive humidity. I was not about to get in that water, she said on the after show, until Shamia tricked me. She told Portia it was a spa waterfall, Phaedra giggled. Next thing you know, we all up under it, screaming like schoolgirls. Shamia laughed. That waterfall was a spiritual cleanse, okay? And some of y'all needed more than just water to wash off that Atlanta drama. Cynthia, in her usual Zen mode, stood underneath the rushing water with her eyes closed. I felt something different in Grenada, she admitted, like something shifting inside. But the shift would come with more than just river water. That night, that's when the real heat arrived. Danier with Disikoen. Later that day, the women reunited for a glamorous, candlelit dinner on the beach, and sitting at the head of the table, the Prime Minister of Grenada himself, the Honorable Dickon Mitchell. Kelly nearly dropped her drink. I was like, who this fine man walking toward us like he in a James Bond movie, she confessed. Shamia chimed in. I was trying to hook Kelly up with him from the moment I saw his LinkedIn picture. That man got Prime Minister and prime rib energy. But Kelly was confused. I thought you all were trying to hook him up with Portia. Portia, clutching her pearls, replied, I was just being polite. I said hello, I didn't say I do. Angela, watching the entire exchange unfold like a telenovela, gave her expert opinion. Kelly and Dickon would make sense. She needs someone calm. Someone who could shush her. Drew agreed. He got that quiet swag. And Kelly? She needs someone with political patience. In a moment that had producers gasping, Kelly looked straight into the camera and whispered, I'm still available, Prime Minister. Twitter lit up before the after show even ended. Housewives Joan Wild. If the waterfall cleansed them and the cooking class tempted them, the night that followed was pure Housewives uncut. Kelly had arranged a private poolside soiree for their final night. The dress code, island scandal. The clips that aired showed tequila twerking and just a hint of chaos, but that was nothing compared to what really went down. Cynthia, not typically the loudest in the group, was the first one in the pool. I felt like I was 25 again, she said. Next thing I know, Drew's doing splits and Phaedra and I are pretending to be pregnant by each other. I mighta got Cynthia pregnant, Phaedra deadpanned in her confessional. Or she mighta got me, Grenada's magic child. Even Shamia, self-proclaimed shot o'clock champion, was surprised at how wild the night became. Somebody lost a wig, somebody lost a top, somebody found Jesus. I won't say names, but you'd know who you are. Angela confirmed it. That night felt like the first time we were actually friends. No cameras, no drama, just joy. The next morning, by sunrise, Grenada was calm again. Drew and Angela sat on a balcony overlooking the sea, sipping coconut water and debriefing. I feel like that's what I was waiting for, Drew admitted. It finally felt like a vacation, like we were just women laughing and loving each other again. Angela nodded. I hope we can keep this energy in Atlanta. No fights, just sisterhood. Later, they joined Kelly and Shamia for breakfast. Still in their robes, still glowing. I'm serious, Drew said. Let's make a pact. No fighting. Not on Instagram. Not in the group chat. Not even at brunch. Kelly laughed. That's a tall order for this group. Portia, joining them late with sunglasses and a mimosa, added, Grenada was healing. I came here with a heavy heart, y'all. But that waterfall, that jab street parade, it cracked something open.